Welcome to the Digital Darkroom, episode 3, and we're still focusing on the crossover from the Take Better Mobile Photos series to how we edit these images. And it's our last one where that crossover is going to be, so it'll look very different next week when you come and join us. But today we're looking at Canva and how you can really get the benefits from it. A couple of weeks ago, I did a talk where I shared my top 5 tips for how to create photos using your mobile phone, which would be amazing. But tip number 5 was a bit of a spin on it, and it was how you can get the most out of Canva and your SEO. So I want to dip into that today so you kind of benefit from that as well. And we're going to have a look at Canva because it's something which is free and people can use that. And some of the tips and tricks are around just simple things which you might overlook but can add a lot of value later on. Let's have a look at how we're going to edit some images today in Canva. We're going to use the images we've edited in the last 2 episodes of the Digital Darkroom and then see how they get finished off in Canva and used for the right social media network. So let's jump in and have a look. So we went into Canva and we picked out 4 templates which we could use, and we'll just go through the photos that we edited. So this particular one for the vodka, lime and lemonade, because we focused on the colour pop on being the green, but we still had the black and white of the grass, we went for quite a dark template for this one, and we kind of feel like putting the drink up in the corner, filling in the gaps because it left a little gap there, but now you don't notice it as much. And we changed this to be like a mobile bar. And obviously putting down that it's the vodka, lime and lemonade, and it's served every day and it's a refreshing drink. And then if you had all your other drinks like this, then that become part of a theme and a brand that you've created. So that's that one there. This one here, we liked the square for it. I felt that the jewellery would fit really well in this one. And this is when we took the jewellery on the rocks. So it's that kind of, the white kind of works quite well, it just matches. Instantly I'm starting to think this is the Squarespace kind of advert, where their tagline is "a website makes it real." So we put that in there for a bit of a laugh, but actually this could be more of a focus around don't put your relationships on the rocks, for example. But do remember, you don't want to be too similar to another brand. It can be a strategy, but this for me is saying Squarespace. But if you had something which was on your website, that could then take it into your own brand. The chest piece was very much all about the detail, focusing on that chest piece and the amount of detail we put into there. And this post here already said it's all about the details. So that was a cheeky one that we put together there. The eggs that we had, in my mind I already wanted that early morning, that farm feel to it. So we actually found a post which is already about farm to table. So we didn't change anything content wise on there, but just showing how you can make it so the picture actually becomes part of the background rather than being a separate part on the post. And I think this one actually worked really well with the detail being rounded off. There was no distractions in the background, and then just looking at how we have that. And our last one, we actually wanted to create our own template, which is why we made the background totally blue for the camera. And we decided we'll go down a lighting and photography kind of theme. So we've just found some words that Canva had already and we've made it into a logo. And then it's a case of like picking your colours, try and match something all together. So here we're going to look at the different text that's available, so you give an idea of what kind of text layout you could have on your posts. We're not graphic designers here. We would highly recommend you get a graphic designer to invest in some branded content for your social media, because like I said, I don't believe it should always be photos that you have. But in Canva you can start to make a head start on this. It's got some great outlines, so when you move stuff around you get the little purple lines that come up and the grid system to help you kind of keep things in balance with your design. So here we're looking at making this a kind of like a podcast series, so the episode 2, making it stand out, but it seems quite empty at the minute. So let's have a look at what kind of borders we could put around that, which will just help make it stand out. You want something that's consistent, and the template feature that you're kind of creating here means that all that would change is the wording potentially. We have labelled this up as a review of the DJI, and that could be one option. But trying to find something unique is really important. Lots of people are using Canva now and you don't want to be caught out by having the same kind of template that someone else has got. So this kind of option of creating your own really can help, but bear in mind other people have got the same software available to them, which again is another reason to bring on a designer. But in your starting out time, using Canva to create basic templates works really well. The great function of Canva is you've got a resize option, so create unique content for each of the platforms you're posting to. So here we've gone from creating the Instagram post size to start with, and then we've resized it for Facebook, and then we're just readjusting where everything fits to make it look quite nice for the Facebook post. But you've instantly, quite quickly, made 2 bits of content, but they're unique to the brand. So let's have a look at the finished results, which I think they've worked out really well. High impact, they've got a story to tell, and I could see how that would be part of someone's branding if you was to do that. Farm to table is a great one there. And then this one here, this is what we're really pleased about, because it's about creating unique content and it being on the Instagram and Facebook. So let's move on to another section. So normally we would stop now and say have a great week, but I really wanted to have an extended video for this one where we talk about Canva and boosting your SEO. So let's have a look at how you can use Canva to boost your SEO. So first off, save as file name, really important. So when you're saving your image from your Canva design, don't save it as Twitter social pic 103. Save it as something that people would search for. So in my example here, this is saved as on location photography or on location photography Bromley, because then in Google Images you'd come up as that as a search, which is really powerful when you're trying to improve your SEO. Also, to do the different image sizes for the platform, it does take a bit longer, but it is so impactful because the platforms want to have unique content. So if you've created an Instagram image and you try and post it on Facebook, LinkedIn and Twitter, they're like, well, you've not created anything unique for me, so why should we bother highlighting your post? Create the unique image for the right size. Google will love you because they see that one image has now 4 bits of unique bits of content, and the platform itself thinks you're taking the time to create unique content for us. We will help you by posting that and getting it scheduled for more people to see. So it's definitely worth that time investment. Hashtags and backlinks. So hashtags are no longer just hashtag product. It should be what people would be searching for or what you want to be known for in your industry. So for me, hashtag kitchen product photography is a lot more powerful than hashtag product. What would people be searching for? That's how you should use your hashtags now. And a backlink is just something which is on your post as a link back to your website or to your email newsletter. Make sure it doesn't just go to your homepage. It should always go to a relevant bit of content so that people can continue their journey of finding out more about you and your business. And think about the Throwback Thursday or Top Tip Tuesday, any trends that are happening on social media at the moment, because if you're creating content which other people are also creating along the lines of, people might be finding the other bits of content that's been created, find you by accident. They then follow you as a brand or a business, and then that later on leads to a new client. So it's a long game you're playing with this, but actually it could pay off massively if you've created a Throwback Thursday post, someone else then finds you by accident, and then they become a client later on down the line. So here's photos that we took on the mobile phone. Left one's going to be for Instagram and the right one's going to be for Facebook. So on the left it's very much just a kind of artistic-y kind of put together post. On the right we're focusing on creating that template as our own for Top Tip Tuesday. Let's show you a bit of a breakdown of what that would look like when posting online. So for our Instagram post, the hashtags we could use for this is hashtag PA Bexley, hashtag personal assistant Bexley, hashtag need admin help. So in our post we'll have our main bit of content, and then we would have a phrase maybe like tell us about your frogs which are taking up all your time, and then the link, and that would go to our contact us page because we want people to get in touch with us. We'd also save that post as admin support Bexley, again which helps with the SEO and you being able to be found. With our Facebook post, you can now see we've gone into Canva, we've added in the logo, we've changed that gap that we had originally as share your reviews. Hashtags, we're trying to create a trend for our own business, but make sure they're relevant to the post. So hashtag Tuesday tip works well here. We would then link people to our blog page and go look through our other Top Tip Tuesday posts with the link, because that's where you're getting people to be more engaged with your website, learn more about you and stay with you for longer, which is really powerful. We had some other designs that we were throwing around. You got the tiles, the letters with tiles. That could become part of your branding, your theme, because remember, branding is not just about a logo, it's about how something feels and fits for your business. And there you go. So thank you very much. This has been an extended video, but I hope it's added some value for you. You can see how we use a bit of our marketing trends for Square Free in photography. We try to do that every 3 months, have a kind of theme that goes out, and I massively encourage you all to have some kind of marketing campaign, because it really does help cement what you're doing with your followers, and then hopefully they become clients for you. We'll be back next week with a totally different type of a digital darkroom, very much focused on the creative editing, moving away from Take Better Mobile Photo series. But I hope you will come back and see what we're up to and enjoy some of the editing. We've also got a really special Sunday session that we're going to post, so come and have a look this Sunday at what that looks like. But otherwise, we will see you next week.